Hello everyone and welcome to day 5. So today we are doing behind the scenes of what I do for a living, and let me explain something real quick before we continue with the video. Today is a little more different than usual. I usually have everything planned out and set out, but today I have way more freedom than I would, and this is my first time doing this, by the way, for this way. The client told me I could do videography through drone whenever throughout the day, as long as I have it done by today, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind doing that, but I do like when I have a set time and date where I have to be somewhere and do something. And also today I'm not doing videography or recording the wedding itself. All I'm doing is recording 3 locations that I have to just drive to, get there, record for a couple minutes, and then drive back. But that's why I'm doing this, because since I have so much freedom to do it, I would love to show you guys how everything works and how I do it. So what I do first is every time, even if I'm using the camera I'm using right now for video or anything like that, I do pre-checks. Usually I lay it out on the table so I don't forget everything. I got my mic, I got everything I had to get for the wedding or for the event, it doesn't matter. And then that makes sure I won't ever forget anything. So today we're doing the same thing with the drone, because all we're doing is drone videography today. So I got I have 6 camera batteries that are fully charged that I did last night. I also gotta make sure that I have one of these, and one sec, come on. Okay, well, one of these, sorry. Sorry, I didn't want to focus for some reason. So one of these, and the SIM cards that can shoot, and also 4K as well, that can handle 4K. I make sure that always is there. And also, the last thing, a fully charged controller. Pretty standard stuff and important stuff that you need, especially once you're out in the field. You don't want to drive 35 minutes out, which I am, and have something lost or forgotten. So, alright, I think we should get started. Thank you guys for joining, and let's do it. Alright, so we made it to the location. Right now I'm going to fly the drone up, and I'm going to do a voiceover on what I usually do and why I do it as well. So it's a little bit cloudy, not too much of wind, so it shouldn't be that bad, but there are a lot of trees here, so I'm gonna have to be careful with that. And also, I just saw like 7 planes pass by that were looking pretty low, so I can't fly it up pretty high anymore today for this area right here. But yeah, we'll do the best what we can, and yeah. So to get started, what I do is I flip my propellers out. I make sure everything is fully charged. You grab it by pulling this right here. So you pull it, and then this at the end pops right out, and then it has a little slot for it right there. This is where also you have your SD card and everything. And then you get your controller. Let me put this here. The controller at the bottom right here is where you put your joysticks, analogs actually, and you just screw it in like normal. Then this over here at the end pops right open, and inside is a cord. This cord, you then take your iPhone and you click it in, and boom, and you're ready to fly. So now what you do is you click the button once, and then you hold it down. It'll make a little noise, and the propellers will start moving. That little thing indicated that it's on. what you do then also, is you press this button once and then hold it down. That's when that's on. So now you're ready to fly. So before every flight that you take up your drone in the air, you need to know a couple things. First thing is you got to look out for birds, trees, and buildings. Those three things are really, really important, because if you hit a bird or a bird hits you, you might hurt the bird or it might hurt your drone. And you don't want that. You don't want a broken drone or, heaven forbid, hurting a bird. Birds do not know what drones are pretty much, and they tend to always come near the drone and try to like figure it out. If they think it's a threat, they attack it right away. My drone has been attacked more than like a handful of times. You just got to know how to get out of that. Trees you got to look out for, because you have to see their height, and you have to know like, you know, your surroundings, of course, like I said before. I tend to do 50 to 100 feet more than the tree level, like how high they are. I try my best with this. And for buildings, just know what kind of wind you have and how strong is the wind and how strong your drone can be handle the wind. Because today, like in one of these clips, it was a little bit windy and the drone went really close to the building, and wind tends to whip around buildings apparently, and it almost drove the drone to go in the building. So you be careful. You don't want to damage anything. You don't want to damage other people's property or your property, of course, and lose your drone. For a couple of these shots now, what I look for when I start my videography with the drone is the first thing I do is a wide shot. I go pretty far, or as far as I can, back until I think the shot is pretty good, and then I go forward, and I usually have the subject in the middle, which is the buildings, and then also have like the horizon try to be as middle as possible. After this, I go to close-up shots. So I do close-up shots of buildings, of whatever the subject is, and I try to get some cool detailed stuff for it. And then one of the last things I pretty much do is the pan shots, which is the side-to-side shots. I do this manually. I don't use any technology in the drone or anything. I like to do it manually because I'm fully in control. So if something happens or I'm close to a bird or a tree or anything, I can right away stop and just reset. It's the best thing to do in my opinion. The pan shots I go from side, and then I go to the side, and then I raise the drone up in the air to make a little cool effect where it feels like you're going up in the air, but then you're going sideways while doing it. I like the shot. It's really nice to me. When you're doing all this, I would say try to stay as calm as possible, because it might get a little nerve-wracking if like there's a little bit of wind and your drone starts, you know, going with the wind. Like today, I was flying my drone on cinematic mode, and I was still hitting 20 miles an hour, even though normally it's like 8 miles an hour. The only reason it went to 20 is because the wind was going with the drone, and you gotta just be careful and just know what you are doing and where you are at as well. Alright, and we made it back. That was my day of behind the scenes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video a lot. I'm trying new stuff and trying new ideas, so just bear with me for the first couple days. I'm just trying to think of how to get into a flow of doing all this. I think I did pretty good for the past 5 days, and I hope I can continue doing another 25. That's my goal. If I can do it, and if I get subscribers and, you know, more likes and more views, I'll continue it. But like, you know, after the 30 days, I would like to do probably 2 or 1 time a week, if nothing really pops off, you know. But besides that, I just want to thank all of you for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little behind the scenes that we did, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.